Hey guys, welcome back to another reading vlog. Today is Saturday, the 30th of May, and as you may be able to tell from the title, I'm doing a 24-hour reading vlog with my lovely friends Filipa, Natasha, and Maganet. This is the very first episode of Vlogs in Bookland, which is the overarching vlogging, bookish vlogging project that we have created. If you want to participate in some of the vlogs, if you want to have a say in our content, please follow our Instagram that I will leave a link down below. It's Vlogs in Bookland. Pretty easy to follow. This is the very first episode of Vlogs in Bookland, and what we're doing is a secret TBR 24-hour read-a-thon. So you might be wondering, how does it work to have a secret TBR if there's the four of us and we planned this video? So what we actually did is each one of us gave a recommendation of a book. We had a certain limit, like under 400 pages, so that everyone could follow, and that we could fit it in a 24-hour read-a-thon, and not that one person recommends an 800 book. Natasha, it. Then again, I was gonna suggest The Final Empire. So I'm just as bad as Natasha. But yes, so that we kind of have a same amount of page count, and we each recommended a book, and then we did a Secret Santa type of name pulling, and we got it from a website, and we have to read the book that that person recommended, the person that we got. So if you want to know what everyone recommended, I will now go back in time with you 1 week where we each share what we recommend.
A minha recomendação é Sky in the Deep, da Adrian Young.
Eu também escolhi fantasia. Escolhi uma fantasia de menos de 400 páginas, foi difícil. Mas eu vou recomendar o Assassin's Apprentice, da Robin.
Oh my god!
É este, o Bird Box.
Ok, também está na minha TBR, também gostava de ler.
Pois eu
Também podes...
vocês leu, portanto...
Vem um thriller. Oh!
If only I can tell you.
Isso é um contemporâneo, adulto, dramático.
Contemporâneo adulto, dramático de chorar.
As we saw from the clip just now, which was in Portuguese, so for all of you that don't speak Portuguese for content, I recommended Assassin's Apprentice for my friends, which is really funny because Natasha and Manganet do not read fantasy a lot, and Filipa, when she saw this, she's like, oh my god, I hope I get your name, and I hope she gets my name, because otherwise I'm a bit scared for the other girls, because this is classic fantasy. Classic fantasy is never really easy. Even this for me was not super easy to get into, but I did recommend the audiobook because the audiobook is fantastic. And I mean, this book is just fantastic, and the sequels are mwah, chef's kiss, amazing. So like, this book is really good, and then Royal Assassin, which is the second book, is like, oh my god, like amazing. And I'm reading Assassin's Quest right now and I'm loving it. And so yeah, I recommend Assassin's Apprentice. I'm excited to see who gets this and who's gonna read this in 24 hours. I hope you like it. I hope you still love me after reading this, even if it's not your genre. So now the important question is, what book did I get? Whose name did I pull? What am I gonna be reading for these 24-hour read-a-thons? So, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Ta-da! I got Filipa, of course. I was so happy when her name appeared on my screen, because I thought, oh my god, if I have to read something that's not fantasy, I may die. But then I saw what the other girls recommended, and it also looked really cool, but I'm so glad I get to read a fantasy. Originally, when I had this idea and I suggested this to the girls, the idea was to do a swapping reading taste with my friends. So I'm not at all swapping reading taste, because this is right up my alley. Well, it is swapping just a tiny smidgen bit, because I think this is YA fantasy. Whoa, wait, I didn't even tell you what I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be reading Sky in the Deep by Adrian Young. So we're going to be reading about Vikings for 24 hours. Listen, what could I ask more? Reading about Vikings, and I have a few cool ideas in mind, which, by the way, look at this badass picture from Filipa. Yeah, the whole week, because I pulled her name last week, so I've known for a week what I'm going to be reading. The whole week I was like looking up Viking makeup ideas and stuff to do for this vlog, and then yesterday night, literally last night, she sent us this picture of her, and I was like, girl, you read my mind. We're like connected, telepathically connected, and that's why I love her. But I didn't want this reading vlog to be just a reading vlog. I want this to be a little more exciting, so I'm gonna be doing also a 24-hour self-care day. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff with you. We're gonna cook together, we're gonna go on a walk together. I think we may do pamper. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do self-care. We're gonna have kittens, we're gonna have fantasy books, we're gonna do bullet journaling for sure because it's the 30th and I haven't set up my bullet journal yet. So here we go. It's gonna be a fun 24 hours. I'm gonna be sleeping because, you know, it's a self-care also day, so we're gonna be sleeping. Yeah, so 24-hour read-a-thon, vlogging, reading this book, and chatting with my friends. It's gonna be exciting. I'm super excited. I hope you're too, and I will see you later when I have some updates.
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain. 'Cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my grave. 'Cause you are the only one. 'Cause you are the only one. The only one. 'Cause you are the only one. The only one.
Hey guys, it is now a little bit later in the day. I've listened to about 20% of the audiobook while I was bullet journaling. It's going great. I only have 3 hours of the audiobook left, like on double speed. But we just received a message from Manganette and she was like, can I DNF the book that we're reading for this vlog? And I thought, she has Assassin's Apprentice, and I thought I'm gonna come on here and make my predictions of who's reading what because I want to see if I'm right. And so here's the thing. I know that I have Philippa's book, okay? Which means Philippa probably doesn't have my name. I'm pretty sure Manganette has my book since she wants to DNF it, and because this morning Natasha said, oh, I'm gonna see if I can find an audiobook for the book that I'm reading, and I had told them that Assassin's Apprentice was on Scribd. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't have my book. I'm pretty sure Philippa doesn't have my book. So I'm pretty sure Manganette has my book and she wants to DNF it, which I'm not surprised. She doesn't like fantasy so much, so I'm not surprised. That would mean that I think Philippa has Natasha's book and Natasha has Manganette's book. Yeah, I think that's how that would go, right? Yeah. So, I have Philippa's book. Manganette has my book. Natasha has Manganette's book. And Philippa has Natasha's book. That's my prediction. Pretty sure. We'll see when all the vlogs come out. Because that's also gonna be fun. We won't even know. We'll find out with you. That's just like so cool. I love it. I just love these vlogging projects. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, get my prediction straight about the book. I mean, so far so good. Like, I'm not super invested. It's YA fantasy. I'm like, for 20% of the book, I feel like we're still very much at the beginning. And yeah, it's fun. It's a quick read. Not having too many feelings about it so far, but I will keep you posted. And I'm gonna go just a little bit to do something else for a while. I've been working on my bullet journal, which I will show you later as well. Yeah, then we'll continue on with the self-care day because I've been enjoying just listening to the audiobook, doing my bullet journal, and I'm doing it like in lavender colors, which are very soothing. I love it. I love it. Hey guys, it is much later on Saturday. It is 9:30 p.m. I was just, as you saw, eating sushi and watching The Flash season 5. Yes, season 5 with my husband, and we just finished. And I'm gonna continue bullet journaling for a little bit because I still have a few spreads I want to do. I'm just about 35% of the way through Sky in the Deep, nothing really to report. It's just okay so far. I mean, I'm not loving it, I'm not disliking it. It's just pretty easy. Like, as a fantasy book, I think it's a good fantasy book for beginners because so far there's not really magic in it. It's just a historical fiction Viking story, so it's pretty cool for people who are not used to fantasy, want to get into the genre. Pretty accessible, I would say, in general, as a fantasy novel. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely gonna finish it because I want to, and Philippe recommended it, so I'm definitely gonna finish the book. I'm gonna go continue to do some bullet journaling, and that's about it. I wanted to do some more self-care things. I made a whole list of stuff I wanted to make. I will show you the list. I will talk to you about it. And actually, well, let's do that now. If you see a blue light right here, it's from this bad boy. So I made a list of things I might want to do during 24 hours as self-care. The first one being read. It's just being easy, you know, like taking things off. Watch Netflix, which I've already done. Take a nap. This one is for you, Margaret. I wrote it down because I wanted to honor you. Take a nap. I might do that tomorrow. Meditate. Might also do that tomorrow. I'm going to walk. Definitely do that tomorrow. Have some tea. I'm going to do that when I wake up. Light some candles. Do a pamper routine. Paint my nails. Take a bath. Bullet journal, which I've done. Watch some YouTube. I still need to do that. Work out. Is that self-care? It is. I mean, I know. Maybe I'll count my walk as a workout. And if I do some stretching, you know. Unplug from technology. Yes, I definitely want to do that. I want to do like time off of technology. Yoga, see, cook, gonna do that tomorrow. Spend time with my husband, spend time with Starkey, of course. Declutter, yeah, I think I want to do the kitchen tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see which room we do. Get ready, I did, look. You don't see it anymore because it's dark. But I did get ready, and I'm gonna get ready tomorrow as well. And eat chocolate or ice cream. Oh my god, I just got an ice cream and I need to eat it. It's in the fridge. God, it's a mochi. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna eat my ice cream. I'm gonna finish bullet journaling. I'm gonna continue reading, and I'm gonna watch some YouTube. And I think that's gonna be it for tonight. If not, I'll keep you posted. Okay, I'm in cleaning mode, but I just wanted to pop in because I think that I've reached a point, I'm at 55% through the book, where I think it's going to be very predictable. And I just wanted to share that. I think that, I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it, but I think it's very predictable. If I'm right, I'll let you know.
Yeah?
Hey guys, it is about noonish now, 12:30, and I finished the book. I finished Sky in the Deep. I am not gonna talk too much about it now because I want to do the Viking inspired makeup and then talk about it with that on. Yeah, but I finished it. I'm so glad I did, like with 4 hours to spare. In the beginning I thought, why are we embarking on this insane adventure of reading a book in 24 hours? But I'm gonna say thank the heavens for audiobooks, because that's the only way I could have done it. I could not have done it if it weren't for audiobooks. Yeah, so finish the book. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go game a little bit with my husband. We're gonna play a bit of Overwatch, and I'm gonna be continuing reading my goals of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I really want to finish Kings of the Wild. Like I looked and I was limited on script, and the audiobook is limited, but I hated the audiobook anyway, so it's fine. I'm not too bothered by it, and I have like 100 and I don't know, 50, 60 pages left, and I know that's a lot of reading. That's a lot of reading, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because then I feel accomplished with something. I am going to read a little bit of Kings of the Wild, maybe read the prologue of A Feast for Crows. I don't know, but I want to finish Kings of the Wild. I started it in April. It is now June tomorrow. So this needs to happen. I need to finish Kings of the Wild. Because I hear it's fantastic, that the ending is great, even though it's, I don't know. I need to do this, but I just wanted to pop in and say that I finished the book and that I'm now gonna do some gaming and then probably gonna do the crazy makeup look. We're also gonna be going on a walk, gonna do pamper routine later. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. I felt a little bit anxious this morning, but feeling a lot better now. So this self-care weekend has been great for me so far. Hey guys, so here is my Viking inspired look. I am bleeding from my mouth, bleeding from my nose, have some blood everywhere. I haven't had this much fun doing my makeup in a long time. So I'm here to review the book that I just read, that was Philippa's Pick, which was Sky in the Deep by Adrian Young. And let me tell you, it was just okay for me. It was nothing special. I mean, from the premise, I could have told you how the book was going to end. The basic premise is that you have these Viking clans, and our main character Elin belongs to one of them, and one day she goes into battle with her clan, and in her enemy camp she sees someone she never thought she would ever see again, and that is her dead brother. So her brother isn't dead, turns out he's fighting with the enemy, and she gets captured, and she is also taken in by this enemy clan, and then she gets to talk with her brother, discover what happened, why he's there, how could he betray her whole clan, her whole family the way he did. And basically that is the main premise of the book. And I mean, the book wasn't bad, but it was just nothing spectacular. Like I said, I think I even did a clip this morning where I said, hey, I think this book's becoming predictable, and I think that this stuff is gonna happen. I don't want to tell you because I don't want to spoil you. And I was right. Everything I predicted was what happened. And this is my problem with young adult fantasies, is that, well, the positives, I'm gonna do a whole video on adult versus young adult fantasy, but my problem is that it is just so predictable and everything is so easy. I mean, okay, there was some stuff in this book that I wasn't super much expecting from a young adult, which would be, for example, really a lot of violence, a lot of gore, and also, well, gore, kind of, like, it's not like, it's not like other stuff. Like if you read grimdark on a regular basis, this you can read this while having your breakfast. But for a young adult book, there was blood, there was graphic war scenes being depicted, and so yeah, that was a little bit different. There was also a scene of sexual assault which was depicted, so trigger warnings for that. And that really surprised me from a young adult book, that it would go that far and show those things, which I really appreciated, to see the ugly side of war, that war isn't what it's all amped up to be, also for them, you know, because Vikings, as you know, we are a bloody people. We like to go to war and put on some more pain and be like, yeah, we're the best. But it really showed us the side that war is ugly. War can cause so much damage. It can tear families apart. It can tear clans apart. It can tear friendships apart. It can just destroy everything you know. And that was really nice to see. However, those were kind of the only positives. I mean, I listened to the audiobook. The narrative wasn't fantastic, so I think that didn't help. But I did not get attached to the characters. I didn't feel like they were in any danger at any given moment in time. I predicted pretty early on, like I said, what was gonna happen, and it was just okay. And so for me, I think it's gonna be a 2.5 out of 5 stars, like really middle of the road, average book. It's gonna probably be between a 2 and a 2.5. It's the type of book that in 6 months' time I will have completely forgotten if I wasn't doing this. I wouldn't even remember it. I would be like, oh, did I read this? Right. Oh, then I would read the synopsis and be like, oh, right, it's that book. But it's not a book that just hits you and that you want to stay with, that you're going to think about often. It's not that. And that's okay. Not every book needs to be a, wow, it blows my mind, I am thinking about it for hours. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every book you read needs to be fantastic, absolutely amazing, a book that stays with you forever, because odds are that out of all the books you're gonna read in a given year, but whether that be 20, whether that be 200, there are books that are just gonna be mediocre, middle of the road. They were fun while you read them, you don't regret reading them, but they were just that. They were fun, a little thing to squeeze in between your other reads. And that's what this book was for me. It was fun, it was a page turner, like I was listening to it, I wasn't bored listening to it. The narrator they could have picked a different narrator, but that's not the author's fault. It was fun, it was just something really light. Despite the heavy topics, it was a light read to get through quickly, and that's why I enjoyed it, but it was nothing fantastic, nothing spectacular, and I'm thinking I'm gonna end up giving it a 2.5 stars. Now, something I do want to say is that if you are someone who's trying to get into fantasy and you don't know if you like magic, but you want to get into fantasy, you think, hey, this is a genre that everyone talks about and I don't get the hype behind it, but I'm definitely not into like getting into a book with 500 plus characters, huge magic system, huge world, all of that lore, crazy history, what is going on. Basically, if you don't want to get into A Song of Ice and Fire, if you don't want to get into Stormlight, if you don't want to get into Wheel of Time as your first fantasy book, first of all, that's a smart move. And second of all, then this is maybe the kind of book for you if you are a younger reader. If you typically read YA and you want to read fantasy, then this is a good book for you. There really isn't any magic in it. It is a Viking inspired story, so you're gonna have the war and all those aspects. Like if you watch the show Last Kingdom or Viking, you're gonna get that vibe, but in young adult. And so I think it's a very easy transitional book for younger readers, but not too young because of the stuff I mentioned earlier, to get into fantasy and to have a good time, to enjoy it, and to maybe then move on to another fantasy novel. All in all, it was enjoyable. It was a good book. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I did this experiment. I'm glad I got to experience something that Philippa enjoyed so much, and I can see why she enjoyed it a lot. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. It's just not something that wows me, and that's why I ended up giving it the rating that I did give it. And those are my fresh off of finishing a couple hours ago the book thoughts.
Eu espero que quando isto tudo acabar eu saia como uma destas personagens. Esta ou esta. É o mínimo que eu espero. Isto é para pôr durante 10 a 20 minutos. Será que eu já fiz estas máscaras? Isto é só incrível. Vocês vão se rir. Olha, isto é nojento, isto parece tipo ranho. Mas tirando isso, é fixe. Vai ser uma transformação fantástica. Ai, já estou a ficar sem ar. A parte que me faz mais impressão é as minhas sobrancelhas ficarem todas tortas. Ai, Jesus. Ok. Eu sou tão pálida que isto nem parece uma máscara às vezes. Olha, vejo. É igual a minha cara. Pronto, enquanto isto está a atuar, lá está na minha boca inchada. Enquanto isto está a atuar, vou editar um bocado e depois vou ler, porque preciso ler, senão estou a ler. Está-se bem. Ok. Olá! Tudo bom? Ok, vou tirar isto, já me está a fazer comichão. Agora eu fico com a pele tipo. Estão a perceber? Fantástica. Deixa eu ver o que é que isto diz. Konnichiwa, não sei. Remove the mask and let the skin absorb the remaining essence by gently patting the skin. I will gently pat my skin. Gently patting my skin. Pat, Pattinson. Robert Pattinson. Todos os vlogs eu sou perseguida por esse senhor. O outro estava a brilhar. Agora tenho que fazer um Pattinson na minha skin. Já devia ter ido a perder juízo, mas pronto. Isto vai ser o self-care de hoje. E chega, já me estou bem a sentir self-careada. Portanto...
self-care, here's the self-care. I'm going to put myself first and my mental health first, and I'm going to ignore the last 1 hour of this book, and I'm going to pretend I read it, because it wouldn't make a difference, because right now I don't know what happened, and I would still not know what happened 1 hour from now when I finish the book. So I'm going to count the book as read. I'm going to mark it down as 1 star. It's terrible, and I don't want to read fantasy ever again, and that is it.
Hey guys, so I'm here to close out this vlog. As you just saw, after my war paint, I went into very relaxation mode. I feel so cozy right now. I am a bit shiny because, you know, as you saw, I put oils and stuff on my face, which I hadn't done in such a long time. It feels so good to just take a little piece of time for yourself, and I think that that's really, really important. And I wanted to close off this vlog by not talking about the book I read. I mean, you've already heard me talk about it. I'm sure my thoughts will come more together and form a more coherent review for my wrap-up at the end of the month. But what I wanted to close out this vlog with is just saying that right now life's crazy. I mean, life's always crazy. That's life, right? Life is always insane. But right now, especially in the year of our Lord 2020, where we thought we wouldn't have all these things going on, with summer approaching, everyone was maybe looking forward for a super nice vacation, and with what's happening in the world, it is so, so important to just take some time for yourself. You don't need to carve out 24 hours, of course. You can just carve out 1 hour. You can carve out half an hour and do something that will just refuel you and recenter you and make you feel calm and happy and content. I woke up yesterday morning before starting this 24-hour period, pretty anxious actually. We started our vacation on Friday night, so we worked Friday, and then Friday night was like the beginning of our vacation, and the fact that we are stuck at home really hit me, because when I'm working from home, I mean, of course I'm home. That's not normal. I don't usually work from home, but you know, I wake up, I work for 8 hours, and then I read, I do stuff with my husband, and then we eat and we watch shows and we go to bed and repeat. And now it really hit me. We were supposed to be going to the beach this week. Right now I was supposed to be at the beach. I was supposed to be eating at a super nice restaurant. I was supposed to go see a musical and all those things. And I can't. I'm stuck at home, as are you, of course. And it really hit me that, I mean, the situation is getting better already, and that's fantastic. But, you know, like sometimes you just wake up anxious, and I almost didn't feel like doing this 24-hour read-a-thon and this vlog because of that, but I'm so glad that I did, because I was able to do so many things that just brought so much joy to me. I was able to spend time with my husband and with my kitten. I was able to do gaming with my husband, which we hadn't done in so long. I got some really amazing things, which I didn't even show you. I will show you later if I don't forget. I got a hardcover of A Feast for Crows, but I also got, let me show you. But I also got some reading lights, and I also got this set of Arteza fine liners to do some coloring, which were a gift from my husband to congratulate me on getting a mini MBA during this crazy time. And then yesterday we went out for the first time. I don't know if I told you this, but I broke my leg in December, so I have been stuck at home since then. And yesterday was the first time we went to the mall. Granted, we went pretty quickly, but we went, we did a little bit of shopping. We got some really nice things that we wanted to get for a while. And I watched some shows, we ate sushi. This lunch, as you saw, we made a really nice, healthy, and delicious lunch. I just did my pamper routine. I listened to an audiobook. I did some bullet journaling. Like, those are all things that I just love to do. Even the cleaning this morning, it just brings so much peace and calmness into my life. And it is so important to take the time in your day, in your week, whatever, to do this for yourself. Show up for yourself, be there for yourself, love yourself more than anything, and take care of yourself, especially in crazy times as the ones we're going through right now. So there you go, guys. That's gonna be it from me for today. The 24 hours are up, and I am still gonna be reading tonight. I'm still gonna be doing fun self-care things. We haven't gone on our walk yet, but we will later on. So the self-care and the reading doesn't stop, but this vlog does. But fret not, because of Vlogs in Bookland have a lot of fun stuff planned. We have a lot of things that we're planning for you and for us, of course, like vlogs that we're going to be making. And there's going to be a lot more content coming soon. And I hope that you guys are doing great. Please let me know in the comments down below how you've been doing, how you've been coping with the situation, and what are your favorite things to do when you feel a little bit anxious or sad or whatever, that what is your favorite act of self-care. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you want and subscribe if you want. Thank you so much for all the nice comments that I've been getting since being back, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye.